Finish strong. Bust that.
Done. Feed me more.
What are you looking at over there? The lens is over here. Well done. Give me 5.
Oh man. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Feed Me More Fitness, rebuilding Ryback, episode 3. I'm here at Brandon Allen's gym, Filthy Power Gym here in Las Vegas. Thank you very much for letting us use your gym. Today we've got a big leg workout. We're gonna do some squats, we're gonna do some glute-ham raises, some other extensions, some accessory things, and we got some conditioning with the sled later on. But this is, we're getting after it. We're slowly picking up the intensity here as I'm getting healthier and healthier. We got a long ways to go on my back and shoulder, but this is all part of the rebuilding phase that we're letting you in for. The big guy's hungry. Feed me more. So today what I'm gonna start off with, guys, is the rehab process through Andrew Locke, who works with me very closely on all this stuff. And I'm gonna be doing my bird dogs, and Brian Carroll, who was on my podcast conversation with the big guy Ryback, with Stuart McGill's Big 3. I'm gonna do a series of warm-up exercises here for my back to kind of get everything tightened up in line, and I do this every single day. We're gonna show you on this episode, and then on future ones, I'll do it before. But bird dogs, I start off just in position here, staying tight for a 10 count on each side. They don't look like much. They allow you gotta really stay tight, keep the core tight. These are a must. These have helped me tremendously. If you're in back pain, I highly recommend you check out a book, The Gift of Injury by Brian Carroll and Stuart McGill. They really are just brilliant men helping people get healthy. It's a lot of work every day, but it's really worth it. You do nothing, you get nothing. You do something, you might get something.
That was very profound.
Buddha big guy over here.
Buddha big guy.
That was my John Candy. Big fan of Uncle Buck. You ever seen that, Casey?
Absolutely.
John Candy and Chris Farley, I believe I have a little bit of them in me from my childhood.
You are them, man.
I am them in a different body.
Yeah.
That's a good way to sum up the big guy. Chris Farley, John Candy, and a muscle man body.
It's all reflections, man.
This isn't the most exciting stuff, but it allows you to do the exciting stuff. Another gem for you there, Casey.
It's all exciting for me, man. It's all exciting stuff.
I'm sure it is. I think I lost count, Casey. Big dumb Ryback.
Doesn't surprise me, but
I think that's 8. Diamond Dallas Page actually does these in his DDPY yoga. He has some of these really good. He has a lot of really good core exercises.
what's that documentary with him where he talks about his transformation?
With Diamond Dallas Page?
Yeah.
You talking about the resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts?
Dude, that's it. Whoa.
Yeah, that was badass.
That's wild, yeah.
Everyone should watch that. It's inspirational.
What's the name of it?
The resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts. It was, he worked with Scott Hall as well, Razor Ramon. Got two of them. Two guys I loved growing up in wrestling, but had legitimate issues, and nothing else worked but DDP got them straight, so, and they got themselves straight. All right. From there, I'm gonna come over here. So Andrew Locke, this is one of the things he's helped me with. I wasn't able to do planks, and with those bird dogs, front planks and side planks are very important in building an indestructible core for not only my shoulder and my back, my abs, everything. And I get a lot of grinding in my shoulder on different things. So using a band actually distracts the shoulder. Trevor Bachmeyer, Smashworks on Instagram and YouTube, has a lot of great stuff like this as well. So what I'm gonna do, just a few sets of 15 today to just get warmed up. I typically do 30 to 45 seconds at home as part of my rehab. And what I do is I distract the shoulder so I don't get the grinding. I get in position. Take a quick little break on that. For me, and through that book by Pavel Tatselin, I'm probably messing up that last name, it's a Russian last name. Building an indestructible core is something, with the injuries that I've gone through, is now so important to me. And I'm obviously big on, I love weight training, I love strength training, I love aspects of bodybuilding and different things and just pushing one's body. But I think learning what we're learning now, the core is, without a core, the other stuff, you can't do the other stuff, especially the later you get into life and whatnot. And I'm young, I'm still hungry, and I believe my prime is yet to come. But I wish I would have learned this stuff in high school with different weight training coaches. Instead, I remember I made my wall my sophomore year in high school, Western High School. I'm probably still up over there. I knew nothing about weight training. I got put in as a freshman and just started doing all these crazy lifts. I was, I would say, gifted in the department of having a good work ethic, but didn't learn form. And all those years of not having correct form caught up with me with the wrestling injuries eventually. And we're now, and guys like Andrew Locke and some of these guys, truly blessed to see people that have devoted their lives to just improving human performance and finding a better way upon which we know. Do another set here. I couldn't even do these, like my shoulder would just be grinding, and I get no grinding now and whatnot, and it's a lot of work. These are boring, they suck, they get easier just like anything else over time, and just trying to make that core just as strong as possible, so that we could do some exciting stuff later on. Good?
Yeah, we're good, man. Go ahead.
We're gonna start off here with wall squats. Guys, this is every day doing these. I take 1 or 2 days off a week to give my knees a little bit of a break. And why? Because I've been doing a lot, so getting a little bit of just using my knees a lot, being 300 pounds, take a couple days off. Get up against the wall, feet. I'll probably do about, we're not gonna film all 50 because Casey gets really bored with that and we don't need 5 hours of footage. But I'm gonna do some wall squats. I'm gonna do 50 to 75 today. And yeah, I'm gonna get going, get these hips warmed up. I don't have the chair behind me, so All right, I'm here with Brandon Allen, owner of Filthy Power Gym, and welcoming us into his great facility here. Thank you very much, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, Ryan.
Known you for a few years here. You're not related to Braun Strowman or Robert Oberst, though.
I get that often, but
I know
no,
you do, yes.
Not.
But you are as strong, if not stronger, I would, right? That's
Stronger and prettier.
I actually had Robert on my podcast a couple months ago, so
Yeah, he's a good guy. I get confused from him often until I stand up. They realize I'm not 6'8". And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I know I'm only 6'1". I'm just a little fella.
You're not short though. It's not.
Yeah. Well, when you're next to someone like Robert Oprah, you're short.
Yeah, those guys, but like Nick's around the same height, Nick Best, right?
Yeah, he's probably an inch taller than me. He's like a little over 6'2".
Yeah.
He's
He comes in here quite a bit too, right?
Yeah, he trains here. We have all the strongman equipment here. Atlas stones, Kogan wheel, Viking press, all the good stuff. And we're, adding more as the gym grows.
This is a badass facility.
Yeah, we're definitely satisfied. We got everything from, powerlifting to bodybuilding to strongman, like I said, MMA, just, any kind of weightlifting or general fitness. We basically have everything to do it all. So
You're near the strip too, near the airport here off East Patrick Lane. Right?
Less than 10 minutes from the strip and about 5 minutes from the airport. So
Good
super
deal.
convenient for people coming into town.
And people can find you at Filthy Power Gym on Instagram and Brandon Allen also, right?
Yeah, Brandon_Allen88 or Filthy Power Gym on Instagram, and just shoot us a DM and we'll accommodate you.
And I could vouch he's a great guy. I've known him for a few years here. He's helped me with the vert pole. That's
Vert
with my
pole's
deadlift.
Vert pole's a product of mine that it created to teach a proper deadlift form and technique. And basically, it's a self-coaching cueing tool. It just teaches you where to have your feet lined up and have your shins lined up during a deadlift. And Ryan's been using it for a while now. It's definitely helped his deadlift, and just involving the entire posterior chain movement, as opposed to doing it to a two-part movement like we typically do.
Yeah.
But that's been doing well, obviously, and training, just getting back into the weights.
Healing, getting ready, and hopefully a big next year for you.
Yeah, getting
so.
ready for a big 2020 year.
Good deal. But follow Brandon on Instagram, very inspirational, and thank you again for having us.
Thank you guys. Cool.
Thank you, Brandon.
Of course, sir. All right, so right here we have the belt squat, and it's a great tool to add to the arsenal, of lifting. It's another way to overload your leg training without over fatiguing your back. Obviously, from a back squat or a front squat is typically the best way we squat, right?
Yeah.
Which involves your entire back for maintaining posture. When you get to a point where your back can't take it anymore, but your legs got more juice, this is the way to utilize it. Other than using a leg press, which is still going to work great, but not as good as this. This is going to be more sport specific and more look like a real squat, so it's going to carry over more to a real squat.
So for me too, with like my disc injuries that I had, this would have been, because I've never done this.
You could have kept the hypertrophy in your legs by continuing to work the legs and letting the back heal.
It doesn't strain your back.
Same with, like right now, I can't handle any weight on my back from my accident, but I can load up weight on this because it's pulling from the hips down and avoids my spine completely.
So you're able to put a good amount of weight on for you and it doesn't bother you. Oh,
and,
wow.
It's humbling, the weight you move on this. It might be a little different than a barbell, but at the same time, you're able to get a lot more.
I've let my ego go a long time ago. It's old age.
So for us bigger fellers, and we're tall, so it's easy. That wood is for a shorter guy or gal.
Someone like Dolph Ziggler's height, real shit.
So we hook up, step in, then when we're ready to go, boom, and then the weight will come off, pull the pin, and you just have at it. And you're able to maintain balance, keep your hands on here. Don't use your hands to pull you up unless you need to get some extra reps in or extra work in.
Okay.
But at the same time, just keep them there so you don't fall on your ass. That's a great way to get more leg work in, maintain hypertrophy without overkilling your back. And when you're done, boom, step down.
Like you're using this now, with coming back and everything, so you're not straining your back. When you're full strength, how would you incorporate this in?
This would be a great way, like I was telling you, like after some heavy squats, something like that, and my back's just smoked. You know how it is when we're big. You get the lower back pump. It's just you're limited on the amount of work you can do. This would be a way to where I can now overkill my legs, get more work into my legs, and it's going to be more specific than doing a leg press, like I said. So it's going to have a better carryover without actually doing a squat and fatiguing our back.
Does this actually help you too with like getting your hips back and kind of
totally?
That's
So
what it looks like.
Another way that we like to use this to help with our hips is we do heavy stomps. So we'll load the weight real heavy and just pick your foot up and just stomp. So you're shifting back and forth, all that weight on that hip. So you're pulling yourself up, pulling the weight up by lifting your leg, and then also you're maintaining the pressure by staying on that hip. So it's just another way to help build the hips up. Also glutes. After doing some belt squats, doing some stomps, you can do just clenches. Just boom, hold weight, clench your ass as hard as you can, and get extra glute work in.
I love this is actually good for my finisher. When I march around with it, this is actually...
Exactly. It'd be a great way to do it. Okay, let's get it around you. Yep, there we go. Now it's really light, obviously, because there's no weight on it. But when you have weight on it, it's not going to let you stand up like that.
Yep.
It's going to keep you down until you get ready, and then you stand. And once you stand up, pull this, boom, now you're clear.
There we go.
Perfect.
I love this.
Yep. So he's not using the bar to pull himself, he's using it just to maintain balance, which is going to be as close as we can mimic to a back squat as we can, without actually doing a back squat and fatiguing our backs.
I love that, to keep the weight off your shoulders. And
Great tool.
It helps with your hips so much.
So much. And just to warm up, to pull your hips down, to help elongate
That's
it.
what, because that for me is my biggest problem on lifting. That's like the wall squats have helped me a lot. This though, you can't cheat this. It puts you in position.
Yep. And then when you're done, you just shuffle in, drop down,
Awesome.
and you're hooked in.
Let's put some weight on that. Fuck.
Yeah.
Should we get some weight?
I invented this, a lot of people do it. But you can look at it, there's a lot of other ways to use this thing. You can switch out this attachment. We could put an easy curl bar on here. We can do curls. We can put an incline to do tricep extensions. You can do bent over rows with the straight bar on it. You know, just upright rows. There's so many different ways that you can use this machine.
This isn't just for this.
It's not just for this. You can use it for a lot of other things. So.
How long have these been around? These have just got popular though.
Yeah, you know, I don't know the answer to that. I don't want to. There's probably some old timer at home that's like bullshit.
Yeah, they've been around like 100 years, and we just somebody on Instagram got it going again.
Right. Make sure you get yourself comfortable. There you go. Pull the pin. There we go. Now you just want to keep your hands there for that balance, especially in that lower part. It's pulling in a way you're not used to. You're used to the back. He's used to the weight being up here and wanting to pull him forward. This allows you to sit back further.
A lot further. Yeah.
Get a deeper stretch. Further range of motion, the further or the more muscle recruitment, the better the exercise is always going to be. I don't feel like 135 though, huh? It's humbling, right?
No, it's definitely.
You don't need a whole lot of weight to make this effective.
That was heavier than I thought it was gonna, like.
Right, and another way I like to do with this is put a band on here, come underneath, hook it back up to the other side. So then we have progressive resistance.
Yeah.
So it's harder towards the top. Especially when you're stomping and doing stuff like that to work the hips. Load a couple fucking bands on there, and that thing don't want to move, man. But just those couple inches up is gonna really help.
Yeah.
The hips. Yeah.
Wow.
Throw some more weight on it. You want to stay with that?
I'm gonna do a few sets of this. I'll do 2 on this, 2 or 3, and then I'll put probably a quarter on and see.
Yeah.
Because like I just started squatting 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think 3 weeks ago was even like.
You don't need much. This even with the light band for sets of 15 is going to be great hypertrophy work.
Yeah.
Let's throw a band on it. So adding the band is just adding a little bit more resistance, but in a progressive resistance manner. So when you're down in the hole, it's going to be the least resistance. As you're firing up, the resistance is going to increase. So it's going to cause you're going to have to fire harder to fire all the way through. And it's just extra weight, recruiting more muscle fiber. It's going to break down better.
Do you, on your stance on this too, do you typically just like your squat stance?
I try to mimic my exact same squat stance because I'm a power lifter. So that's a squat is what's all that matters to me, right? So anything I'm doing is to assist the squat. So I want to mimic it to be as more specific as possible.
Wow, this is
Now he's able to get much deeper, stretching the quads much further, the glutes as well. Basically more bang for your buck.
You squeeze up top.
Squeeze, clench your glutes hard as you can at the top. Boom, squeeze them.
Get a good shot of that ass, Casey.
Yep.
Get in there. When it winks at you, that's how you know you're close enough.
Whoa, whoa.
There's just close-ups of my ass all smushed on me.
Start throwing a couple.
That'll be the intro, just a smush at my ass as I'm close. Fuck.
You're gonna get a good pump though, huh? You feel it in your legs.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I love
I've been doing, I'm trying to get away from I did so much machines the last 3 years. Cause just being hurt and just trying to just be active, not be a piece of shit. But it almost added to my problems because I wasn't using a lot of the
stability muscles.
Yeah. Right. And then I'm talking with Andrew and everything. I go, fuck, so much shit atrophied later on. And doing machines was better than nothing, but if I would have just stayed super light with some dumbbell.
You could have done both.
Yeah.
You could have overloaded with the machine.
But I went from, I can't do these anymore because I couldn't do them that heavy.
Because you needed a 100-pound dumbbell. In reality, a 50-pound dumbbell probably would have been more effective. Yeah. And then you could have overloaded with the machines that make you feel better upstairs. Yeah. But you still got the good work in. Yeah. It's okay. We all learn.
Yeah. No, it was multiple things, but man.
Well, now, and also too, I mean, we're all dumb meatheads, right? When we're young, it's like, no, we got to do it the hardest way. Yeah. You know, beat ourselves up. Like, you're in the curve getting beat up. Like, you don't need to beat yourself up more in the gym. Yeah. You know, you need to, this needs to be, you know, productive, not hurting you.
It's like, and I've always been big on it, but like just learning, I was telling him, like, from core stability, everything, but functional, being in like, not bodybuilder muscles.
Right. When I make my return, I'm incorporating a lot more strongman work. Yeah. And event training, just because functional strength, I mean, it's never going to hurt you.
No. If you do it right, well, that's the other thing too. If you learn it correctly, you make yourself from everything, from bone density to everything. It really. Yep. The more I read on this, but sometimes like when you get injured though, I kind of went the other way on it just to stay active, but it's all learning. A little weird. We're running a really fine operation over here. Final set here, guys, of this awesome machine. And then we're gonna go ahead and do some glute-ham raises over here to get these legs warmed up and going. Really grind those hips. Just squeeze those glutes. Really drive it home at the top movement, guys. This is, if you guys are suffering in certain areas of your life, AKA at home or in bed, you need to add this in. Really, this is how you earn the nickname, the big guy. Ladies and gentlemen, even if you aren't the big guy. Good run at the top. Done. We just went overboard on that.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing.
Can never go overboard, right?
Yeah, abundance, man. All right, next.
All right, guys, the glute-ham raise here, this is really one of my favorite things. I have this at my gym at home. My first time coming around this.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. It was actually at John Cena's gym with Rob McIntyre. And when I first started doing these, you could barely do them because it was just such an awkward movement. But it's one of the best things for your glutes and your hamstrings and building strength. And for explosive athletes, the glute-ham raise is the king, in my opinion, of all the lifts. So simply just get hooked in. We got it all set up to my height. And what I'll do when I get warmed up is I'll use my hands a little bit at the bottom portion to get going, just to kind of stop myself. Squeeze at the top. Do I look jacked, Casey?
Not yet, but we're getting there.
For all the people telling me, get back on the steroids, or you're up 300 pounds right now. Jesus Christ. It's
huge.
We're not about that here.
Longevity.
Longevity and get strong. All right. I'm gonna do probably 6 sets of these today. Casey, you're not gonna film all these because you'll go to sleep.
I'll get bored.
And your camera is overloaded with footage as it is. So
we'll come back in just a second. Boom.
Trick or treat. The final set here on glute-ham raises. And I think this will be number 5 today. And then we'll go ahead and do some safety bar squats to get the legs a little more work. And then we'll finish up with maybe a little accessory hamstring curl and leg extensions before we do some sled work to really finish it for the day. you go trick-or-treating, Casey?
I did not.
I didn't either. It was Sophie's birthday, so I stayed home with her and got her and little guy a bunch of treats, and they shit all over my house after eating the treats, and they a bunch of toys. You could also do these with holding weights or bands where you can actually strap bands down on it. I would do probably 4 to 6 reps on that. Right now, a little lighter, 10 to 12 just to get everything going. I'm just gonna do some safety bar squats here. I'm not gonna go overly heavy today. This is probably when I'm done, I'm gonna actually do a few more sets over on that. What did we start? What was it called? Stupid. Can't remember.
I'm just a camera guy.
Yeah. You're the fact guy too. I always have to have a good fact guy around me to check my work. No, but we're gonna stay light, 10 to 12 reps. I'm not pushing anything overly heavy this week. More just really, really focusing on form and core strength. Set 2 here, very light, just work on the form, staying tight. I use a safety bar squat because of my shoulder. It helps because I got a lot of grinding in my shoulder, so this prevents it from me and still allows me to squat and move some weight. I think it's important, Brandon has had a lot of injuries here this last year, and we were talking. I don't know if we got that on camera earlier, me and him were talking, Casey, did we? Maybe we did, but
I don't live in the past.
You're the fact guy. I check everything with you, with everything, with me and the injuries, and letting you guys in and see this. It's I feel like we're really close to my face. I don't have a hot chick on it this week for them to keep watching.
Try not to think about it.
I can't not think about it. I'm a beautiful, handsome man, Casey.
It's a wide angle, man.
That's what she said. But staying true to yourself, everything with social media and people seeing you, letting you in and seeing the rebuilding phase of all the work. And this is just a little glimpse. It's morning to night on everything and with everything else. But it's not concerning yourself what anybody else is doing. It's just trying to be your best each and every day. And I see a lot of people in the comments and stuff, they're saying they're getting motivation to work out again and train. You just start from whatever your starting point is, get off your ass and start moving. Because I promise you, if you don't do that, nothing's gonna fucking change. It's you do something, you might get something. It's a fact. It's been proven time and time again, if you do nothing, you're gonna get nothing. So around here, we always do something. Brandon, I've been doing these safety bar squats for the past probably 3 years because of my shoulder. And I was asking because I've seen on social media, is it harder to move more weight on these compared to a regular squat?
Yeah, much harder. And the reason why is right out here. These drop hooks, these J hooks.
Yeah.
So as you get down into the hole, they come forward and it pulls the weight forward and pulls you up on your toes, which causes a lot of quad and lower back activation. You stand up out of it. So for powerlifting, this is a great tool because it teaches you how to fight out of a bad position.
Yeah.
If you ever get in one, right? Also, for the exact same reason why you said, is because of shoulder issues. Doing a straight bar, low bar, for big guys, it tears up the shoulders and the biceps, which then doesn't allow you to do your other training.
Yeah.
So if a safety squat bar, because your arms are in here, and you're not exposing yourself and stretching yourself open, if you're able to get more work in and not inhibit the other work you can get done, obviously it's going to be a better tool.
How much is there like difference typically with people like if you're a 900 pound or 1,000 pound squatter? What do you, for you, you know, what's the difference in weight typically on this?
Now, for me personally, terrible. And the reason being is because of how long my torso is.
Yeah.
A lot of that's going to depend on the biomechanics of the lifter.
Yep.
So shorter legs, long torso, it's going to be pretty tough. Just because it pitches me over. Which on a straight bar though, it makes me a better squatter.
Yeah.
Those things, right? But under this thing, I mean, again, I've squatted 1,000 pounds raw.
Yeah, I've seen you move to some serious weight. That's why I was curious.
500 pounds on this is giving me a lot of trouble.
You make me feel so much better now than when I was like, because I did 415 the other day, last week, and I go, I don't remember it ever feeling like,
right?
Yeah.
I almost got pinned under this one time at LVAC because I needed a squat and there was a real shitty safety squat bar. Everybody safety squat, the bar's a bar, right?
Yeah.
I was able to get under it, so I was able to get work done. And just from not training in a while, you know, and just my normal progressions. 4 plates felt very heavy. Yeah. But I was like, you know, maybe I just wasn't in there. 5 plates will feel better. When I got to 5 plates, the first one, I dunked it and come out of the hole. It took everything I had to make it out of the hole. Mind you, at the time I was around a 900 pound squatter. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? There's people asking me if I need help. I'm all pissed. I'm like, I got this shit. Jenny's with me, my wife is with me, and then she's like, baby, what's wrong? I was like, oh no, that was crazy. I tried.
It was LVAC.
Right.
It was the environment.
You know, the meathead in us, like, oh, well, it's gonna be better the next time.
Yeah.
Did it again, exact same thing.
Same gym?
Almost fucking, same day, right after.
Oh shit.
Almost stapled me. That one, I really had to fight out of the hole to get it moving.
Fuck.
And then I was like, okay, I need to make this better.
Yeah.
So I started working it, and I think most I've gotten up to is for 6 plates for a triple.
Man, that's great.
On a 75 pound bar, 6 plates is, you know, 610, 15 pounds.
I'm the wrong person to ask on that. Duh.
Yeah, I try that too. I'm not
Casey, can you, what's the number, Casey?
Can we Google that?
Stick to your strong suit.
Let me get my phone calculator.
Right.
We're gonna get one more final set here. The safety squat, just 275. Not a lot, we're just probably gonna do 5-6 reps here. And then we're gonna do a little bit of hamstring curls and leg extensions before the little sled work to finish this day off. Doing a lot of these lifts and building myself back up. Typically, I'll usually start my leg workouts with this, so I'm much stronger. Today, we've done quite a few reps, kind of getting into this, not trying to impress anybody. There's no hot chicks in here. So this helps me though, wrestling and being a power wrestler. To me, being a power wrestler is the truest, most pure form of pro wrestling. I believe it's the most real part of pro wrestling, picking people up, throwing people and doing things, whereas some of the other things, and I love all styles of wrestling, and they're all important, but being a power wrestler, you can't fake it. You're either strong or you're not. So I always take great pride and satisfaction at always trying to be my strongest, and a lot of things over the years, catching guys off the top rope 4 or 5 nights a week, compressing my spine, doing that, picking people up for the shell shock and an awkward good morning. Like, you ever take a barbell and see these people pick the barbell up and get it up? That's what doing the shell shock is, literally picking a guy up from this position and trying to get him horizontal as quickly as possible. It's not just a squat, it's a sideways bent good morning. It's a very awkward thing that I put myself into that position doing that. But I believe being a power wrestler, it allows you to connect to the crowd in a very real way in an entertainment business. And that's why I take a lot of pride in this, and pride in being real and putting in the work in the gym, so that when you're in the ring, people can feel that intensity and that energy, unlike anything else in pro wrestling. All right, we're gonna finish up here with a little bit of leg extensions and then some leg curls downstairs. Nothing crazy, 10 to 12 reps. Just get the legs firing and squeezing the quads, the muscles, a little bit of accessory work. I'm a body guy, I like to look the part, you know what I'm talking about, Casey?
Totally.
Big legs, big kegs, that's what they say. Let's just all set. Very lightweight right now, we're gonna pick it up in a second. I've been lucky to, my legs usually typically stay big, no matter what, but try to get that muscle density back. Did you hear that fart?
I did.
All right, we're gonna finish up here with leg curls, one final set. What are you smirking for, Casey? Let's cut it out. The little accessory work we've done, actually 4 sets here. This will be the 5th set, the final one, and then we'll do a little bit of a sled work to go ahead and wrap up today here. And my legs are fried. We've done quite a bit. That sled should really put the nail in the coffin. Just the name of the game, staying tight, keeping the core tight, and just squeezing on these. All right, we're gonna do a little conditioning work on leg day. I sometimes don't do as much. I'll do like elliptical stuff. I'm not gonna do that today. We've got this sled here, 245-pound weights. I haven't done the sled in some time. I'm gonna leave it up to you, Casey. You can take a look at the runway here. One set is up and back. This counts as 1. What do you think the magic number is today, Casey, on this that you would like to see the big guy do?
Consecutively with no break?
Yeah, consecutive. This is 1 set, all balls to the wall. Give me a number that you want to see me finish it, and let's see if I can do it. I don't know if I can. I don't know what you're going to say.
3 sets. 3 complete sets.
That's it?
Back and forth, 3? That's 6 rounds?
You little bitch, Casey. That's not even, that's all.
All right, 9 it is.
All right, we'll do 9. We're going to get all of it.
Oh.
There's no stopping. We got to get all 9.
right.
People need to see the work.
All right.
Ready? Casey.
That was only 1 set. You're supposed to say that after like 8. Oh, easy. Two.
What did you say, 3?
9. You said-
You are a trainer too, so shoot.
Is that 4? See what happens when you call me a little bitch? Let's go. No pain. Let's start it. That's 6. Oh, cool. Cool. I don't need a lens. Yeah. Feed me more. Now that's 6.
6 here.
Yeah. Start at 7. Go. Dig deep. Seven. Hell yeah. You got it. It's already done. Eight. Let's go. Last one. Nothing will stop you from reaching your goal. Finish strong.
Feed me more.
What are you looking at over there? The lens is over here. Well done. Give me 5.
Oh man.
Have a seat, man.
Why did you let me do more than 3?
Called me a little bitch, man. So
Done.
3 times 3, 9. Yeah.
Oof.
Good job.
Try. Let's get that on camera.
We can make it weird.
Oh, that's what I was telling him. He goes, you guys get along good. I go, no, he's like me. He likes to laugh. I go, it could be a lot worse. I said,
Totally. We're taming it down.
I told him, I go, these videos, I go, my other ones, I go, I have a lot more personality. I go, this is the fitness stuff. I'm trying to like ease into it before, but we're kind of breaking down the barriers a little bit here.
Right.
Very fitting that it started here.
Absolutely. Don't get it all to him at once. Just the tip. Just the tip.
Well, that's what I told Casey. I go, you just start off professional, and I go, by the 4th or 5th one, they're going to realize what this is. Yeah.
So what do you think so far?
I love the gym, man.
Yeah?
And I was telling Casey, I can't wait, because these are the rebuilding Ryback videos, and I was like, I want to go do the stones and see, and he's like, let's take it easy.
Right. You'll get there.
It's
break
not
myself
breaking
down right
Ryback.
off the bat. So.
Well, we got sandbags too to help prep for the stones. We got 50,
Really?
100 pound, 150, and 200 pound. And then our first stone goes to 250.
Really?
So we have the sandbags to help warm you up and just teach you how to do it, and then you can get into the stones. But we got a lot of strongmen that come out here and teach you that when you're ready to do that. Guys that are a lot more knowledgeable on it than I am.
Yeah.
That can teach me as well. So.
Because what I'm doing too is, I want to, I'm trying to get myself ready again, and then I'm going to start doing some collaborations. Like I'm going to go down with CT and let him just like.
Right.
Kill me.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Not a smart move.
That's gonna suck for a month.
So I got to get in tip-top shape for these, but I want to do something. I would love to like.
Well, we're going to do a strongman event pretty soon here, a non-sanctioned one that just anyone can enter.
Really?
Yeah, so we'll keep you in the loop.
Yeah.
We'll do truck pull and all this cool shit.
Just have the guys that are training me with much lighter weight.
We'll have a novice and an open class, so it'll be fun.
Can we set it up for me to win?
Really,
amateur.
That's what we're talking about, right? We're going to put some money on the line.
We'll rig this thing from the beginning.
I got a sleeper.
I'll come in gear, singlet, everything. Right. Man, no, I think the badass gym. Thank you very much for having us here and the upstairs, everything. I'm very happy to see.
Yeah, it came out nice. We're pretty happy with it, and it's just cool because there's so much shit you can do.
Yeah.
Like if you want to try something new, you can. And it's just a way to always improve. By doing different things, muscle confusion, things like that. So in functional strength, like we were talking about earlier, we have the tools to work on your functional strength, which is only going to help you in your wrestling career. Yes, you get beat up.
That's what I was telling him. Like the lifts and doing a lot of these things. Like power wrestling is the one thing in pro wrestling you can't fake. Right. Like you actually have to be strong to do it. Right. But it breaks you down if you're not. And it broke me down doing it. And like now I got to build myself to where that doesn't happen ever again. Yeah. And whatnot. So, but the atmosphere is like these gyms are so much better than and I don't want to knock any other gyms, but I think these
they have their purpose.
Yeah.
They suit their part. Yep. But to get that fucking hardcore mentality, that hardcore atmosphere, you're not going to find that in those gyms.
No, and usually you got music, but I'm an asshole, and so I apologize to everybody for that. I was telling him, I go, let's just hurry and get this out. Because I feel I like listening to music when I lift. I go, this is draining me.
Right. Well, it's Friday after Halloween, so we don't think there's going to be a big turnout today. Because everyone's nursing their hangover.
But I look forward to hopefully be able to come back and do some more stuff here. And we got hot chicks we bring in for the other videos because no one likes watching me. No. I'm smart. That's why you're here. You're the
Am I the hot chick today?
You're the hot chick today. Hey. I need a draw for the shows because I'm not it clearly. So I was like, I put myself with people that that guy's pretty cool.
Right.
Fuck Ryback.
Well, appreciate you coming out, brother.
Sir.
You're always
welcome.
Much.
Thank you, Brandon.
Continue with doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man.